Friday, and welcome to Friday Coffee. Jefferson Bank is our sponsor today. You'll hear from here in just a little bit. First, for the people on Zoom, we do have a few things. Everyone is muted. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat box, and please do not record our Friday coffees. Let's go on. Let's go ahead and start introductions. I'm Ashley with the Chamber.
Breve Brown, Chamber staff.
Aaron Grefrath, Jason Parks. Trent Barber, Jefferson Bank.
Lily McCutcheon, Jefferson Bank.
Rachel Schoolfield, Samco Business Products.
Megan Turner, Samco Business Products.
Ron Fitzwater, Mayor, City of Groves.
Molly Jennings with the Salvation Army.
Rob Cotter, Mayor Price Financial.
Josh Tattershaw, Private American Financial.
Frank Reischick, EB Rotary.
Jack Coleman, Coleman Association on the board. Iowa Roseberry, Hopewell Crew Music.
Good morning, Michelle Weaver, Cumulus Media.
Ashley Wisnerton, JC Parks.
Bill Stiles, City Parks.
Katrina Tinnen, Central Bank.
Dan Basil, Home Helpers.
Jamie Meyer, Custom Promotional Branding.
Shelley Schwartz, Mid-America Bank.
Hannah Mitchell, Mid-America Bank.
Hi everyone, Chrissy Salter, ABC 17.
Lori Elsher, Ameren, Missouri.
Chris Smith, the Architects Alliance. Curtis Joe, the Architects Alliance.
Laura Meadcock, Career and Trade Schools Consultant.
Cameron Gerber with Industry.
Carrie Spicer, Epic Real Estate Group. Shelby Woodward, Sarah Farm Consultants. Joan Wilkes, Central Bank, and your Lightning Professional Development Chip.
Aaron McMichael, Central Bank and Hillside. Brian Crane, City Jefferson.
Kevin Durrell, Central Bank, Chamber Board, and former JC Parks employee when I was in college. Hopefully my personnel file has been deleted.
I was gonna say, I never said you made your brother Tim. Cole Howard, Field Assistant too.
Gage Glass, County Foster Administration.
Darcy Creighton, Capital City Asset.
Jason Mann, Banking Farmer, and Workman Consulting.
Okay, is there anybody on Zoom that would like to unmute?
Good morning, Derek Thomas, Jefferson City Council Ward 3.
Good morning, Ralph Cho, Cole County Public Administrator.
State Technical College.
Okay, is there anyone else? Okay, we'll go ahead and welcome our new members. I believe we have a couple in the room today. Okay, and we'll turn it over to Lily and Jim. Yep. You want the clicker?
Yeah. Lily, that one. Hey, I'm Trent Barber, Commercial Loan Officer at Jefferson Bank.
I'm Lily McCutcheon, Business Banking.
We'll make this short and sweet. Y'all came for coffee and they got a better presentation after us. So, just real quick, on the commercial side, we can be your lending expert for anything you all need, business-wise and also personal. Just to touch on a couple ones, we've been having a lot of luck with SBA 504 loans, commercial real estate. Bank takes on 50%, SBA finances 40% of the purchase price, 25-year fixed rate, a lot cheaper than what prime is currently, and then only 10% injection. So just want to touch on that. USDA B&I guarantees, this is a new one that we're trying to get into. It's similar to the SBA 7A loans. We get an USDA guarantee. We found them to be a little bit better to work with than the SBA in that regard. And then also we've been having a lot of luck with farm loans, FSA guarantees, and also Farmer Mac. FSA, we work with the FSA office here in town, and then Farmer Mac is actually the secondary market for farm loans. A lot of people don't know that that program's available, 70% loan to value, long-term fixed rates. We're blessed that we have FCS headquarters for the state in our backyard, but this makes us very, very competitive with them for long-term fixed rates.
So aside from the loans for businesses, we offer different types of checking accounts, money markets. We have a bunch of different products that help them. So online banking, fraud protection services, ACH wire, credit cards, gas cards, stuff like that. And then merchant services is a big one. So that's like the credit card terminals that businesses can use. And then all sorts of online banking stuff. So quick overview. Yes, so we've had, what'd you say? Oh, we've had a lot of fraud lately, so we have 2 different products that can help, protect against fraud, it's called Positive Pay, so check an ACH, so it kind of just monitors anything coming out of your account or going in, but not a lot of people are putting money in your account.
We all wish.
Exactly. So we really are trying to get on top of businesses about that because it's super important. We're seeing it every day. I mean, you put a check in the mail and somebody steals it out of the mailbox of where it goes to. Nothing you can control over that, but we're just seeing so much of it. But it's really just watching your stuff, checking your accounts, setting up alerts so you know what's coming out of it and know who you're sending your stuff to also.
And these fraudsters are getting really, really good. They're really good. They come at you in a bunch of different ways. And we're lucky here in the Jeff City community, not just Jefferson Bank Central, Mid-American. Know your banker. Because you'll be getting text messages, be getting phone calls, emails. Know your banker, have someone that you can contact directly if you think something's suspicious.
Yeah, and if you ever get a call and you're not sure, just hang up and call the bank back. No one will be mad if you actually hang up on a legitimate banker too, so just double check. Pretty much.
Okay, John, thank you. Shelby Whitworth? Sorry, kid. Shelby, I want to get your picture real quick. You want to stay? Right. This way. Out of the shadow back there. Thank you. All right, thank you, Jefferson Bank. Okay, and then aside from the main sponsor, Cumulus is also a sponsor, so you all will be getting some radio ads. Michelle, you want to take it over?
Rochelle Weaver, Cumulus Media, we have those 2 stations along with 5 other ones. We, as a sponsor here, co-sponsor, you guys, Jefferson Bank will get 25 free ads. We'll sit down, everything you guys just spoke of, craft into a 30-second radio ad, and we'll run it on whatever station you guys would like. Yeah, we'll just have to sit down and run it. Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
And there are states that you guys are taking dates available for 2026.
Yes, I don't believe they're all full for 2026, so if there's someone that's interested, I believe, are they 160?
Okay.
Are they, what, is it 160 now?
169, something like that, yes, and we
Okay.
get this sponsorship, which is wonderful. And then again, we'll get to sit down and do it anyway.
Yep. Okay, all right, and I did see 2 more people come in, Julie and Jay. You guys want to introduce yourselves real quick?
Sure.
That's not intentionally like I'm Julie, I'm from the News Tribune.
Jay Moore. I'm, like many of you, wearing multiple hats for a while. I'm on staff with the chamber, but on Monday I was sworn in as auditor of Cole County, so I'll be transitioning. And since yesterday, he was sworn at. We gotta welcome him and keep him happy.
Monday and yesterday. No, but so good time for me to make an announcement. So Jay is kind enough, he's staying on until to help us with the transition of the chamber, but he's our CFO. So if you know of anybody that's looking that has those qualifications and accounting background, please tell them about the chamber. It's a great place to work, and Jay has our finances in our books in really good order. So whoever takes that position will be coming into a good situation. Please help us if you can.
I second that. Jay has done a great job. Okay, and the next slide is going to be on our Chamber Connection. So every third Thursday of the month, we hold Chamber Connections at a chamber member bar or restaurant. This month is going to be at Colton's on August 21st, and the sponsor is Brightspeed. So bring your business cards and come out and network from 4 to 5:30. Okay, and Ashley?
So it looks like y'all have a flyer for Battle of the Brews that's later this month on August 23rd. Our leadership class set a pretty audacious fundraising goal because we're excited to support the capital projects and the Salvation Army Center book. We got to learn about those organizations actually just a week ago. We had a little pizza with purpose event over at Pizza House. So if you're interested to learn about what they do, we posted videos of their presentations on the Battle of the Bruce page. You can go back and learn about the incredible work that Capital Projects is doing in Salvation Army in this community. Tickets are on sale, and we're at a good ticket piece, but if you haven't had yours yet, you might want to get packed now. There are some business packs and 6-pack specials on there too, so there's a QR code up there. You can find them on the Chamber's website. Our leadership class is really excited to host this, and hope to see many of you here.
And you guys all have a flyer as well. So if you want to, you can scan the QR codes right now, buy a ticket, or later.
And Ashley did a great ad, that they're the best leadership class
Oh,
ever.
You should fail on that. If you guys haven't been through leadership, it's an ongoing joke that each year is the best class ever. And so every session, the class tours different businesses, and there's coordinators, and every coordinator, they announce what year they went through, and it's always the best class ever. So, okay. Gala, Shelley, you want to tell us a little bit about Gala?
Yes, the Chamber Gala, we're excited, it's gonna be fun this year again, but it's gonna be changed to a new date this year on Thursday instead of a Friday. That doesn't mess everybody's football schedule up on Friday night, so that's gonna be nice. But it's Thursday night, it's the Yacht Rock, so it's like yacht attire, like we're gonna go on a cruise, casual fun. We're looking forward to it. There's still tickets and sponsorships left, and the QR code is on the back of your flyer also for tickets.
All right, thank you. All right, and Joan?
So YP's Professional Development Summit is September 11th from 8:30 to 4. This year's theme is refresh and reset efficiency and mental health in the workplace. So we are going to have our very own Cole Harrison speaking on AI. Julie Gates will be speaking on change management, and then Josh Marner will be speaking on stress management. We're also going to have a panel in the afternoon of one size does not fit all. So we will be having a dietitian, a therapist, an HR representative, and a personal trainer talking about different ways that you can make yourself more efficient and take care of your mental health. So tickets are $55 a piece for office packs of 4 for $200. Your QR code is on your flyer as well. And we are very grateful for Jefferson Bank for being our presenting sponsor. They have been our presenting sponsor since our inception, and we would not be able to put on such an awesome event without them. So please get registered. There is no age limit on this event, so even though it is put on by YP, we would love to have anyone there. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. All right, Mayor? You want to give an update?
Sure.
Okay.
A lot going on around the city, so hopefully you're seeing some of our activities. I think we talked previously about our focus on housing. We've got a number of housing projects that are about to come out of the ground. Basically all over the city, a lot on the west side, but most areas of the city. Hopefully you saw Monday night at council, we had the first read on some bill language in regard to expansion out at Modine. It's going to be a major expansion in our community, and the exciting thing is it also is going to create somewhere around 200 new jobs for the community. So as we talked at council, we talked about how our projects fit together. You bring housing, and how that housing is attracting jobs. Had the privilege of going to the opening of, or the ribbon cutting for the Early Childhood Center yesterday, and I constantly talk about the importance of good schools in our community, which helps attract people into the houses and to the jobs, and that's just an amazing world-class facility. Lincoln has their new building going on, so there's just a lot of construction going on around town. You'll see the River Market down on the end of Chestnut Street, kind of down by the tracks, popping out of the ground here fairly soon. So, Parks has done a great job in helping us with that project. Again, we've got the housing projects, road projects, summertime, so we're like everybody else. You're going to see markers and cones and barrels as our crews try to get out and finish up their projects before the winter weather sets in. We are celebrating our 200th anniversary. We kicked it off on July 3rd with a free concert at the amphitheater. Those activities will continue on until October 16th, when we'll do a birthday bash. I believe it's down at the Mill Bottom. And then there's a number of activities planned from that Thursday evening all the way through the weekend. So it's exciting times in the capital city. It's a privilege to serve and be a part of it. And we appreciate this organization, and Gary's not here, but Ken and the staff are here. This organization does a great job of helping us promote the community, and it's much appreciated, kind of keeping that energy. Last thing I'll talk about, the conference center project is moving forward. We're in the schematic design phase, so you probably, or maybe saw them over there doing some drilling a few weeks ago. That report should be ready to go back to council in September. Plans are for the garage to come down somewhere in the November timeframe, so we are in the process of hiring a company to come in and kind of help us with 3 pieces of our parking. First would be the garage and the dispersion of how do we take care of our current clients when that garage is down. So they'll be working on that. They'll also be working on doing a complete parking study for the city. So not only the garage, but street parking and all the lots that we own and how that overlaps with the needs of our community. And then the third piece will just be kind of a long-term strategy, pricing strategy, and how does that fit in the garage at the new conference center. So we're keeping Brian busy and his team. There's a lot going on down there. I think he ate the show up at City Hall, but hey, what if we did? So, it's a good time, and thanks to everybody this year. I know your cheerleaders, or Renee's not here, I kind of miss her, she stands up and cheers. We appreciate everything this community does in this group.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. I'm gonna turn it right back to you to introduce our speaker.
I can do that.
Okay.
I forgot I said I would do that.
Say, I thought you were talking. Okay,
Hopefully, our enthusiasm shows for our park system. We have an amazing park system. I think I was with a number of people in blue shirts. I think it was last week when they did the ribbon cutting on the most recent park up in Bender. And we've just got so many exciting things going on around the community. I was telling Aaron, we had the Cole County Communities Committee yesterday, and I was going around giving the report, and I said, well, I don't see anybody here from Parks, so I started to give the report, and Eric Landler said, Stacy's here. I said, oh, I'm sorry. So I told him I would not usurp what he's gonna talk about. We are so proud to have Aaron leading the team over there, and he's done an amazing job. And bragged a little bit about the amphitheater. I went out to the concert last week. Gary's not here again, but the chamber had beautiful weather. I think it was about 73 at concert time. It is an amazing world-class facility as well. So we're so proud of all the work that Aaron's doing out at the parks and all across the city. So thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, good morning. When Gary reached out to me to do this, the first question I always ask is, how long do I have? And he said, you got 15 to 20 minutes. And in my right side of my brain, I'm like, that's a long time. And then as I sat down and really started to put everything together, I'm like, that's not very long. So, I've done this presentation a few times throughout the community. It seems like, you step into a role, you kind of find your way with how do you present, what should you present. I really started with my first couple presentations out in the community, kind of heavy on the recreation side. So today I'm going to lean a little bit more on the background of who we are, what our goals are, what our mission is, and kind of some of our projects that are currently being worked on and some of the ones we've previously done. But I will focus on some of the good, and I will put a caveat in here that I like to brag on my staff because we have phenomenal staff at AC Parks. And I will start by saying the first thing here, they're a little small. This is our Parks Maintenance Rodeo crew. They went, in 2024, the Missouri Parks and Recreation started a maintenance rodeo state competition. Sorry about that. I don't know how that happened. And I'm pleased to say that this crew right here has won back-to-back state championships amongst all other Parks and Recreation departments throughout the state. So, thank you. So, at a all-city meeting this past spring, I opened my mouth and I said, hey, I would put our crews up against anybody in the city. And so Kyle Brimmer, who was pretty new to his role as Director of Public Works, said, you know what? There's Public Works Week in May. I think we should do a maintenance rodeo. So we did a maintenance rodeo between the city, the county, and J.C. Parks was included, and I'm pleased to say that we won that one too. Little bragging, yes. And then right in the middle, at J.C. Parks, we did a staff training on April the 3rd with Josh Buffington from the Carter Group. We do believe in investing in our employees because we want to create a positive culture, but also invest in our staff and really work on personal and professional development. So once again, I will brag about staff as we go through, but I usually do. The J.C. Parks, we have a nine-member commission that we essentially report to. We have our three newest members are Jason Swartz, Tim Hoyer, and Kathy Harness. Every one of these commission members are mayor appointed. We are very pleased with Roger Swartz was just announced as the president, Chris Dern as the vice president for the next 3 years, or excuse me, for the next year. But we couldn't do what we do without them. Not only do we kind of report to the commission on a monthly basis, we also follow all the city rules. I mean, we work closely with the Human Resources Department, we work closely with the city administrator, we work closely with all departments. It's not J.C. Parks doing their own thing around the road. We do follow all city policies. The J.C. Parks mission statement, our mission is to strengthen our community through quality parks, facilities, and programs. We strive each and every day to provide opportunities that create value and inspire physical and mental well-being. I guess I need to point over here.
Good.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So how are we funded? I often get asked this out in the community of how is the Parks Department funded? The first one is a dedicated sales tax. We generate approximately $7 million from the half-cent sales tax that was voted on and approved by community members in 2004. We actually budgeted 7.2 this year. Sales tax have kind of dropped. However, I did see the sales tax report yesterday, and I'm pleased to say that June really looked like a good month, so I'm hoping that the remaining months we do bounce back. The capital improvement tax, this is a percentage of our half-cent citywide capital improvement tax. It generates the parks approximately 10% that goes to capital improvement projects. That's about $560,000 roughly each year that we generate through this tax. We are currently on sales tax H. It does sunset in 2027, so this will go back to the voters around that time. Another way that we're funded is program revenue, grants, and the one I did leave off because it's fairly new, we're really trying to get them really active, is the J.C. Parks Foundation. So we will rely on them as we start to fund projects moving forward. When we talk about expenses within the department, just to give you a snapshot, it's not on here, but we spent approximately $5.2 million in salaries and benefits alone. So when you think that we're generating $7 million, that seems like a lot of money, but when you see that we're putting out $5.2 million on staffing to keep our city parks beautiful, to do projects, etc., it's hard to really, continue to extend the project list that we would love to do. So about our parks, we have 20 parks that cover about 1,400 acres of parkland, 40 miles of soft and hard surface trails, 17 ball fields, 14 playgrounds, 8 dedicated pickleball courts, and then we also have additional pickleball courts at the Lincoln side, and then we also have some at the Lincoln Tennis courts at Lafayette at Duckland. We have 2 city municipal swimming pools, 2 disc golf course, 1 public 18-hole golf course, our wellness, the Link, I'll say the Link, it's a Wellness and Recreation Center. That's a great partnership with Lincoln University. We couldn't do what we do without them. A single sheet indoor ice arena and an outdoor amphitheater and the various parks rental facilities indoor and outdoor. Some of these I'm going to talk about moving forward. Like I said in my previous presentations, I was very heavy on the programming side. We have so much to offer. I encourage you to pick up a program guide. The new one will be out next week, I think. Ashley's shaking her head yes, so we're excited about that. There is about 50 pages in each guide of great information on programs, and it's hard to really list everything that we do, from youth sports to camps, to special events, outdoor recreation. But we do a lot of them in all of our great parks. Mayor Fitzwater mentioned the amphitheater. That is kind of our crown jewel within our city, I think. It's about a 2,500 seat facility. This year we had 15 shows, plus the one show that we did for the bicentennial, so about 16 shows this year. I'll talk about disc golf here in a minute. When it comes to economic impact, this isn't on here. With the ball fields, with tournaments that we bring in, other events out of the ball fields, we generate about a $1.5 million economic impact from the ball fields. At the link, with all the special events, we don't just do basketball, we do volleyball tournaments, we do martial arts, we have this huge state gymnastics meet that we do there every year. That generates at the link about $4.5 million. The amphitheater is estimated at $3 million with the shows that they have. So a total of about $9 million of economic impact from parks programs, which is, once again, it's not on here, but that's important for everybody in this room to hear. Park safety and security. This is something that we've taken a really active approach over the past 4 or 5 years. We have approximately 175 cameras at about 9 different parks locations. And then we also have 11 flock or license plate readers in 6 different parks. So when we talk about this, we have a great relationship with the police department. We couldn't do what we do. We submit monthly reports, and the last 2 months, it's been nice to say there's been no incidents in the parks. However, in July, we did have a few minor thefts in motor vehicles, the pools. Out of the pools, we had another theft of someone just going through bags and stuff like that. However, they are apprehended on site. But we couldn't do what we do without that. And word does spread through apprehension, because once they're apprehended and they're charged, we trespass them from all parks facilities. And depending upon the charge, depends upon how long they're trespassed. The flock cameras, the license plate readers, not only do they provide us the data if we see something on camera that they do that is not okay, and we have to follow a report with the police department, this provides us with data of the number of vehicles going into those locations. On a monthly average, we're seeing about 110 to 120,000 images alone in these 9 park facilities. That's not all of our parks. That's the main ones like Ellis, Bender, Community Park, McClung, the Link. So we're seeing that many images per month. Now the fun part. Some of our recent projects, we had the Washington Park pickleball courts. That project was completed last June. I know that if you're a pickleball player in here, we have 8 dedicated. I know that they would love to have 16. So maybe someday we'll be able to expand and offer even more. Through a grant with the conservation, we recently, back in March, we did ribbon cutting. It actually was done in January. However, with cold, we didn't do the ribbon cutting until March. A 4-lane archery range. It's free for anybody to use. It's a 10, 20, 30, and a 40-yard archery range. Memorial Park Pavilion. This project started last October and ran through April, at which time we did a ribbon cutting at the City Employee Appreciation Luncheon on May the 7th. If you've not been out to see this facility, it looks phenomenal. They did a lot of batten siding, they did restroom and kitchen renovations. They replaced all the concrete underneath the pavilion area. They stained it, and then they did some structural work to it. So it definitely did extend the life of that pavilion for years to come. East Milner Pavilion, we recently did a pavilion project there with some sidewalk additions. Our goal is for in 2026 to do a new playground there, to add some additional lighting, and then potentially put in some type of a mini fitness court around the track or whatever. At that time, we will do the ribbon cutting there for that project. We kind of want to finish it, and then we'll also do the restroom renovations there at East Miller too. McKay Dock and Trail Connector. This was another partnership with Conservation, Missouri Department of Conservation through their grants. So we put in an ADA dock, we did some trail connection, and then September the 1st, if you've been out to McKay, if you're familiar with the trail, part of it is deteriorated asphalt, other part is concrete. We are going to replace all the deteriorated asphalt September 1st, so that will be completely done out there. Then we hope to come back and do the restroom renovation there. And then in 2026, also do a form place on the current playground at McKay. Because right now it's got the tiles that have deteriorated over the years. So we're looking forward to finalizing that and get that part wrapped up. The ADA installation project, once again, this is a great partnership between J.C. Parks and the fire department, Billy Golden and Troy Schulte. Billy's on the left from the fire department, Troy's on the right. They installed 8 new units throughout the parks and the parks facilities, bringing our total number of 20 AEDs in our facilities. They are out in the parks, you'll see them. Some have alarms and alerts on them, and then we have 3 or 4, we have 3 at the link as well. Mayor Fitzwater mentioned the vendor playground in the restroom. What a phenomenal project. If you're familiar with the former playground at Bender, it was across from the old tackle shop. It was a wooden play structure. That was pretty much decommissioned around 2023. So we decided to put it up near the pavilion because up in the pavilion previously we were having a lot of illicit and activity that we didn't want. So we thought by bringing the playground up there, it'll move that type of activity on. We've not had any issues. And someone reported they were out there the other day and they said that there was more kids on this inclusive world than you would believe because a lot of people are using this park out there on the west side. This feature is the inclusive world. It is our first ADA accessible feature in a park as far as the playground. And then we also have the form place play features, the safety surfacing. So moving forward, this is what we'll integrate into our parks because we want our parks to be accessible for all. When we talk about accessibility and inclusive park plan, this is Heather Dodd. I know that Heather, Linda Corneo, and Ashley Wiskirchen were very instrumental on this communication board. You'll start to see these pop up in our parks as well. This allows anybody, regardless of their ability, their age, to be able to point to how they feel about something at the park, whether it's they're happy, it's hot, it's cold, etc., etc. So one side is English and the other side is Spanish, thanks to Linda. So we're really excited about that. In regards to the accessibility and inclusive park plan, we are working with the firm Grefrath. They're putting together an accessibility plan for us on ways that we can improve accessibility in our parks, because accessibility in our parks is not only about kids accessing the playground. It's about anybody coming into our parks and having abilities to partake in any activity that everybody else can. So we're working to address that, make improvements at various parks throughout the years. And then as far as an inclusive park plan, we would love to build an inclusive playground that includes a play area for everyone. Grefrath has identified an area that they think would work best. It's estimated that's going to be about to do it right, probably a $1 to $1.5 million project. So we are working on how we're going to fund that and really, what it would bring to the community as far as economic impact as well. Here's where I get to brag. This is the Washington Park Pickleball Concession and Restroom Building. I wanted to put it, this is what it looked like before. That's what it looks like now. That's the type of staff I am fortunate and honored to work with on a daily basis. Our construction crew is phenomenal. By them doing these projects internal, in-house, we're saving money, but then they're building their pride of being able to showcase the work that they're doing. So when I came on, we didn't have the construction crew. We brought it back because they were coming to me saying, we want to do more than just pick up trash. We want to go back to the old way where we're doing stuff, where we can feel important, that the community will value us. That was put out on social media yesterday, and the response response that we're getting is phenomenal. So once again, kudos to our staff for the products that they're doing. This is also kind of the wave of the future. So when we did the vendor restrooms out by the playground, it mirrors this. So when we do East Miller, it'll look like this, and then McKay as well. So we're trying to get away from the old cedar siding and go into the back siding that's maintenance free. Some of the other notable projects, we recently did the amphitheater VIP area, which they're still trying to figure out the use for that. I know that they've been doing it as kind of a pre-concert area where you can come in and enjoy some drinks and food. We've recently done, like I said, the East Miller Memorial Park basketball courts, the disc golf course improvements. I want to highlight that because we do have a big tournament. I know Chris Nepp's here, he could probably add to this as well. We have the Amateur Disc Golf World Tournament coming up August 19th through the 23rd. This will be played in Jeff City and then on our 2 courses out of Bender as well. I was looking through the list, and Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, there's approximately 10 or 11 different countries that are going to be represented in this tournament.
13.
13, see, I stand corrected. Anything you want to add to the tournament?
350 players, yeah, it'll be 2 courses in Columbia and 2 courses here. It will be, we have never hosted something of this caliber before, but we've had a lot of fun working with Aaron and his crew, like just doing lots of little things to make the course just all that much better. I just heard from a friend of a friend that a guy from Fort Leonard Wood is hanging out down here just because the courses are so nice. We're getting feedback from a broad area that our courses really stand out. So.
All right. Thank you. So yes, so some of those renovations we've done T-box improvements. We did a staff work day out there where we did some mulch work. We bought some baskets for one of the courses, etc. So we're super excited about bringing this tournament in, and hopefully it only grows moving forward. This picture, while it's not the most prettiest picture, this is a new dehumidifier that we purchased for the ice arena. And why do I mention that? Because it was about $500,000 worth of investment that we had to make there, and hopefully we're going to see the benefits through the hot summers that we encounter here with it being a 12-month facility. And then obviously Deborah Cooper Park on 8 here in the island. We continue to make improvements there, whether it's the art installations, the beautiful landscaping. We continuously hear about the great things that Stacy Landwehr and her crew are doing. Once again, I have to brag on them because it is, I know the Howard Patrol took a picture right in front of the state statue, and it got a lot of reaction. A lot of people actually thought it was AI generated. It was amazing to see. And then pending projects, as Mayor Fitzwater explained, the River Market, we're hoping that it will be done December or January. We have a staff person on JC Park staff that are currently working on some programming aspects, whether it's farmers market, Friday afternoon activities, food trucks, etc. So we're excited about that. The Highway 179 bypass at Creek Trail. JC Parks is pleased to be a partner in this with the city by contributing funds to this. I know David Bain, you mentioned yesterday that he thought it'd be done in the next week or 2. So that will be open. It'll be a nice trail connection and then cross on Edgewood. Ellis Porter Pavilion renovations, we received the bids back on that. Thankfully it came in under bid, but we will take that to Parks Commission for approval on Tuesday, and then that project will begin in October and run through April. It will almost mirror what was done at Memorial as far as the back siding, the improvements to the restrooms, the kitchenette area. The nice thing at Ellis, we don't have to do a lot of structural work or the concrete, so you won't see any changes there, but it should mirror and look just like Memorial, as well as kind of the amphitheater area as well. Oak Hills, this is another one that we're super excited about, and I'll tell you the story on this. We recently had new driving range mats, hole number 11 car path, and the commission has approved the hole 18 renovation. If you're a golfer, this is a big deal at the golf course because of the way the hole 18, the elevation is. The total project cost of this is about $440,000. So why do I bring this up to you? This is a great story of a gentleman from Jefferson City that was pretty frustrated back in the early 80s and 90s when it was once called Rough Huff. He was frustrated with the course. However, due to the work that's going into the golf course, the condition it's in, becoming one of the best public golf courses in Missouri, he fell back in love with the golf course and he funded this whole project. That is a phenomenal donation. And I say that also because he originally was gonna give about $125,000 to do the whole 18 renovation. It came back at $353,000 and he didn't bat an eye because he loves the golf course now. He loves our city. That's an amazing project. So we certainly thank him. He wants to remain anonymous. But this is the future of parks, hopefully with the foundation too, is we've got to get out and find those people that really love our parks and want to give back. Watch for more projects in 25, 26. We're currently working through our budget now. The commission will approve it, and then we have budget meetings coming up with the mayor and council later this month for final approval. So be sure to look out for that. It's a lot of renovations, some new stuff, but we're playing catch up. Before I take questions and before my time runs out, I do have to plug some recreation, some programs that we have because we have a lot coming up, especially this weekend. First and foremost, Saturday we have community hike at Greenberry Acres beginning at 9 o'clock. The Jefferson City Trail User Group will lead that. We have Tour Day Jeff City, the Moonlight Bike Ride, Sunday morning at 2 a.m. at Hy-Vee. One of my favorite events. As crazy as that sounds, to get up in the middle of the night and go, but it's always a great turnout. It's always fun to see the kids and the family participate. Memorial Pool does close this Sunday. I don't know where summer went, but it is closing. With that being said, we have Hot Dippity Dog from 6 to 7. It's $5 per dog. If you have a dog that you want to come take swimming for one last hurrah in the pool this year. Prison Break and Catch Me If You Can. We have that adventure race coming up Saturday, August 23rd. We have 3 more shows in September and October at the amphitheater. Actually 4, I take that back, 4. So you can check those out. And then Ellis Porter Pool closes September the 7th. We're gearing up for our fall sports. Our NFL flag football program is one of the biggest fall programs that we have. And then we also have our 2nd annual Fall Frenzy Pickleball Tournament scheduled for October 4th and 5th. As I said, be sure to check out the new guide when it comes out, or go to jcparks.com. It's got all of our information, some of our rules, regulation, hours, etc. And then I'll end with, I started to put partnerships on the slide. We have so many great partnerships in Jeff City and JC Parks with the various user groups. I was afraid I would leave one off, so I didn't do that, but as a whole, I want to say thanks to all of our partners that work closely with us. So now I will entertain any questions. Sorry, I was talking fast to get my 20 minutes in, and I went over like 3 minutes.
You're fine.
Yes.
So first I want to say thank you for listening to the parents, because you guys are one of the biggest resources that we have for summer care, for our school age kids, and we greatly appreciate that. With that being said, there's not a whole lot to do in Jefferson City between Christmas and New Year's with our kids who are out of school. With the change that the mall made, and that I understand they're totally able to do that, there's no indoor play place for us anymore. Is that on JC Parks' radar at all for something for the kids to do indoors during that time period, or throughout the year?
So the one thing I would speak to that is, I know Angie does a good job as far as the holiday camps. She offers some camps there. If people aren't interested necessarily in the camps, the link is usually, that's our slow time. So if you're looking for indoor space to run, with the basketball courts, indoor track, that's an option. As far as a future facility or something, that's to be determined. Yeah.
What time is the disc golf event? What time? Yeah. All day. So the 19th, 6 a.m.? Not quite, no. So I think tee off will be around 8:30, and it's a scheduled tee times, and they will tee off until maybe 2.
Mr. Claro. Aaron, one thing I know a lot of it's been about parks, but on the recreation front, I want to thank you. I think a lot of people don't realize that your department supports Special Olympics.
Yes.
And my daughter participates, and your staff does a great job with that.
Yes.
It's a wonderful program.
We're honored to do so. Speaking of Special Olympics, I know that James has, last year he started a fall adaptive soccer program. We're excited to offer that for year 2. And then also, speaking of Special Olympics, they work closely with the United Capital Soccer Club, and so does JC Parks. So you've probably seen, if you've not checked out their pavilion out there already, they're working on the turf fields and stuff. That's a phenomenal project that's not only going to benefit the Jefferson City community, but Special Olympics as well. So we're excited to be about a part of that.
We should remind everyone in the room that the Parks also has a foundation.
Yes.
So you have a conduit to accept donations for state planning. And
correct.
I think that foundation helps with a lot of special projects that maybe aren't in the budget.
Yes, it certainly. I know Ashley, Amy, and Phil have really taken it on as far as making them more active. Previously, when I stepped in this role, believe it or not, the foundation met once a year, and that was in December. And they've really done a good job getting them active. But yes, we gladly take donations. They would take donations. I know we're working on one for the inclusive park plan and projects. I don't know if it'll go through, but we're out there working it as much as we can. And the board is really supportive of the future of parks.
Is it binder or bender?
Prior to me coming to JC Parks, it was Bender, but in JC Parks we call it Bender. I'm sorry, I said it wrong. I used to be Binder when I played softball, but now it's Bender. It's Bender, yes. So it was instilled in me from day one. One thing I thought I did forget about, I think somebody was either here from State Tech or they're online. My former position was at State Tech, and we always talked about it being the employer's choice. And I say this because the one thing when we were talking about the golf course and we hear about how great of a golf course it is, they're not part of us, but I have to give a huge shout out to Ryan Clatt and Nick Raggers down at State Tech who run the commercial turf program, because they are putting out top-notch students, and those are the ones at JC Parks. Anytime I hear a vacancy on the park side, I'm like, have you talked to Nick and Ryan? So I have to give a shout out because we're very fortunate to have State Tech in our backyard, because they're putting out some great employees and great students that are going to be great employees for us, and that is my number one when it comes to commercial turf, that we try to attract their students. So that's a plug for them.
That's a question.
Oh.
So I may have missed this, and I apologize if so, but with adaptive inclusive park projects, do you work with any consultants like local disability advocates?
That's a great question. Through this process, we worked with Debbie Hammer, who was the former executive director at Special Learning Center, Stephanie Johnson, Jennifer Wright, Leslie and Todd Bickle in Charlotte. So yes, we did reach out to other community organizations to get their feedback. We did host a community forum back in March, where even groups outside of those groups that I just mentioned did come in and provide feedback on recommendations to Craft and Toll. Good question.
Ashley, did you say the hot dippity dog, is that what it's called?
Yeah, Hot Dippity Dog is this Sunday from 6 to 7.
At Memorial.
Yeah, Memorial, yes, thank you.
Didn't you have start at Riverside? Did you guys switch schools?
That was probably before my time. Phil, do you know, did they only do it Memorial?
We started at Memorial, and then for a couple summers, we did one at Memorial and one at Ellis.
Oh, okay.
But we just did one now.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and any chance I get, I always have to give a big shout out to your staff that does all of the parks through the summer, gives care for thousands of children in our community. My kids are 2 of those thousands of kids. I always tell everybody, my children, they live their best lives in the summer. So with the activities, the field trips, the camp leaders are top notch. I don't know where you find these kids, but they're amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you.
That's where
Yes.
Angie and her staff, they do a good job trying to really attract and really start to recruit very early on, and that's part of our success is getting out there early. And I would also encourage anybody, I know my wife and I, we love live music, so we travel all over to listen to it and see it. I would encourage you, the next time you're in a different community or city, is to compare our parks to their parks as well, because I think you would come home with a deeper appreciation, not that you don't already, but it's amazing of the quality of beautification, landscaping, the turf, like I said, etc. So one last brag for my staff. And then the community arts outreach, recreation staff, top notch. Your dollars are going to a well invested with the staff that we have here.
Okay, one other plug I wanna give, I got an email yesterday from J.C. Parks, that you all teamed up with Academy this weekend.
Academy Sports, yes, and then they donate a percentage back to J.C. Parks, and then we can use that for, in some situations, if they give us gift cards, in some situations, we reinvest in our programs. I know one year we actually took the gift cards and we gave it to our volunteer coaches to thank them.
So yeah, I think it's a 20% off.
Oh, yes, I think so, yes.
It's 20% off and.
It's Saturday and Sunday, I believe, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yep,
Yes.
you can only.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, well, we can go ahead and move on to the member announcements. Thank you so much. You all do a terrific job. Okay. Anybody have any announcements? Anybody? Frank? Oh, go ahead.
I'm Melinda James with the Salvation Army, and it's that time of year where we're looking for volunteers for our bell ringing. So this is a great opportunity for businesses and their staff, or groups or clubs that you may be in, to come out and do some bell ringing. All of the money that goes into our kettles at Christmas time stays here locally in Jefferson City, Missouri. So it's super easy to register. I have cards if anybody would like one to get registered, and right now is the try and pick for dates. So we do bell ringing from November 1st through December 24th. So we use a lot of volunteers to make this happen.
Thank you. Frank, do you have any? I know you always have an event that you want to promote.
The evening we're going to set the date for our spaghetti dinner. It'll be the evening of October 28th. We don't have the tickets ready yet, and you can get them on Facebook.
Okay, thank you, Frank. Darcy?
Next one, a reminder that Big House City House is one of the charities for the Target Circle Giving Campaign this quarter, so if you want to give your votes away to us, please do so.
And Darcy, I didn't have a slide in my copy for Women Connect, but do you want to promote your upcoming event?
Walk in the park.
Jackie, do you know a little bit about it?
The walk in the
Is it
park.
the Walk in the Park event?
Yes, September 3rd.
September 3rd?
And they're going to have, you bring your kids, and they will have vendors, or people that you can connect with in the community. I'm not sure who will be part of that, but then it will be, a lot of refreshments and just enjoy the park, as well as walk and meet with vendors and connect with vendors here in Jefferson City. I think that the flyer has come out, and I think it's a walk in the park. And it's going to be right around that wonderful new pavilion and the great bathrooms that are part of that pavilion.
So fitting for that.
I'm Michael Pressler with Hope for Vegas Inc. I've shared our most recent newsletter that we do give. Haiti is having a very difficult time right now, but it's possible to help people there, and so I'm making you aware of some work that's actually being done by our ministry, Hope for Vegas Inc. I hope you'll look at what we're doing in Haiti, and remember our neighbors are only 700 miles from our coast of Florida. And so it's a very difficult time in their lives in the country, and we would appreciate you just knowing what's happening in Haiti for good. For kids there.
Thank you. Anybody else?
I just wanted to announce that, I don't know if we just started advertising tickets for this, but there's going to be a really nice Dreams to Reality is having a fashion show this year on November the 8th at Capitol Bluffs. And there's going to be 30 local people in it. So it's November the 8th. But I wanted to announce that. We have flyers we just got printed this week, so I'll actually bring one maybe for the next one.
Is it an event on Facebook as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on the website.
Anybody else? Oh.
The chamber's getting ready to have our membership drive, and right now we have over 900 members. I think we do a lot of good work in the community. We only have 6 staff members here, so it's a lean operation. I think we're good stewards with the membership dues that we do collect. But if you know somebody, if you're not a member, would you consider joining? Contact our staff. We've got a special deal for it. And or if you know a new business, I think it'd be good to offer them the opportunity to join this group. So please keep that in mind. Thank you.
To add on what Ken said, said, we're really pushing for small businesses during this membership drive as well, that we're gonna give them $100 discount for the first year of their membership if they have 5 employees or less. So we're trying to pull more local small businesses into the chamber.
So it'd be $270 rather than the $370 during the membership drive, which September, the 11th is the kickoff through October 16th, I believe.
And we have lots of people out there on various teams. So I'll mention all the different teams. But I'm on the Small Business Network, and Ken's on his team. So it's a friendly competition. We are going to be celebrated whoever wins this competition. And so we are going after small businesses. So you'll be hearing people asking. We have a call list. But they also, you can always contact any of those leaders.
Contact me because whichever team loses gets a pie, I get a pie in the face or my son-in-law.
It's out there. We want to be able to go down there for the celebration for Central Party, so contact me so you can.
I feel some competition here in the room. Okay, is there any other announcements?
I'll do one more point. Many of you probably heard me say this before, but Jefferson City Early Childhood Center is getting ready to open up for the kids here. Staff has already taken over. They just did a ribbon cutting yesterday. If you had not had a chance to go see it, highly encourage it. It's a very exciting school. Wish I could have been the kid that could experience something like that when I was younger. But I think there's an open house next week too. I don't know the time or dates specifically, but if you have an opportunity, please go see it. You'll be impressed.
When I was there, we did a ribbon cutting. It was amazing. I could find no fault with it. And I always kind of try to find a little. But it was just amazing. I was thinking if I could have a baby, oh, no. But the reality is if you haven't gone to see it, it is amazing. It is just tax dollars well spent. And so I can't say enough about it. It's not the it only has 4 kids. And I think the student ratio is 1 teacher to 15 kids in the classroom. And it's just well done. And the artwork, it has to be to win an award. I'm not sure the company that they used, was it from St. Louis, that did the artwork, the painting?
Yeah, there's I don't know the installer, but then we also had some really talented graphic designers that we had participate in this.
Job well done.
Anybody else going once? Oh,
I'm probably the newest member, aren't I, Jay?
Probably. The newest one in here, I think.
Okay, newest one here. So I'm Jason Vanderbilt. I just recently retired from ODOT after 28 years of being there. Brian Schwartz actually was my boss back a long time ago. I think his name's pretty cool. Used to lead meetings in here back in the early 2000s. We did, I was responsible for Easton and Walmart and the roundabouts out there. So it reminds me of being in this room, sat at the lead table, ran a lot of meetings. But since I retired, I am with a private consulting firm. They're called Bacon, Farmer and Workman, B of H. They're out of Paducah, Kentucky. I think they have 12 office locations now spread throughout states, and I am going to be opening up another office here in Jeff City for them, probably right here in this building upstairs. So pretty cool, pretty lovely exciting going on here. After parked in the same spot at ODOT for 8 years, but anyways, excited and good to see some new faces. Aaron, is Aaron still in? Yeah. Yeah, I'm at the link, 5 a.m. every 5 days a week. Thank you. Appreciate it, so.
so welcome. All right, anyone else? Okay, we'll see you guys on September the 12th. Thank you, happy